Hello, retro gamers. Welcome to the weekend. Nice long weekend here. Extra time for fun games or spring cleaning or getting ready for family dinner, whatever you're doing. Taking a little break here, do a stream with you guys. Looking forward to it. I missed Wednesday because of took the family to see the Super Mario movie, the new one. I pulled the kids out of school that day and brought them to the movies in the middle of the afternoon, hoping I've created a core memory for them. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? I remember being pulled out of school for something fun. Hopefully just did that for them. Because how much opportunity do you have to do that as a parent? Especially for something that cheap. Just go to the movies. Oh, it wasn't that cheap, but comparatively so. We got one of those awesome Yoshi buckets and the Luma light, which I guess is also a popcorn bucket. Let's see. Listen to this, the Sousa. Hello. Haven't seen you since a week ago. That's fine. So every time, it's great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. So someone in the chat last week said that they heard that the emulators are working. So I actually tried them offline, and it looks like the Super Nintendo emulators is working on the summer cart. I'm going to show it to you guys. Nintendo still didn't work for me, but I'm going to pop it in and show you, which is kind of exciting. I mean, it is emulator, not like, FPGA, but still kind of cool. There's a summer cart right there. Let's do it. I'm going to get into that for sure. Were you able to recover your save games, Asusa? I didn't make a video for you, like I said I was going to. I've been really mega busy at work. It's we have a pretty tight deadline on a new project, so my free time is a little lacking at the moment. So it's going to take me some time to do that. So short answer to the question is yes, it looks like it's working. I didn't do anything, actually. I just tried it. So it looks like that new change that they did that. What does it say they did? They change when the header changes, they update so that it looks like. Can I show you where to put the SNES games on the cartridge? If I want to add some, I think so. You're waiting for the vid. Okay. I'm going to have to try and do it. Let's pop this guy in. I didn't want to use that white controller because I want to play that Excitebike game some more after. And I know I was steering all over the place, and I figured that's probably a sensitivity issue. So we'll try this guy again. Of course, I don't know what the state of the battery is, but we will play with it, and I will plug it in if I need to. All right, where's my... Okay, I turned overclocking off. I feel like when I run it, though, it changes. Like I have it on CRT. Yeah. So, how does this work? You see a folder here called SNES. I'm fairly certain that I take the memory card out of the summer cart and I can put it in my PC, and you can copy games to it like that. And there's just a folder called SNES, and they go in there. Oh, and look, they have subfolders. These came on this is the memory card that came with the summer cart, and these games are already on here. So I'm going to play only games that I own, just to keep it so, I mean, I don't even know some of these games. Super Mario World. I definitely have that one. So here's the test. I'm just going to launch it. Load and run emulated ROM. And look at that. It just works now. So I didn't do anything other than update to 1.2.4. It only has 4 games, yeah. So I can verify that for you. Just put the memory card in my PC and make sure. Because sometimes with these devices, and this is probably why you're asking, sometimes you have to, like, the memory card isn't compatible with Windows. And if you put it into your Windows computer, it doesn't recognize it, and then you can't do anything. But sometimes you can. Sometimes you just copy it on. Otherwise, you have to connect the device and make sure there's a driver and all that stuff, which is the case on... oh, F-Zero, look at that. I want to hit this one. Display mode. Clean, yeah? Ooh. Look at that sharp. That look better? Oh, pressing A does nothing. That's because that's the start. This is select and start. Green, B is select, A is start, and then V's are A, B, X, Y. So that's going to be this one. So this is going to be spin jump, regular jump, goes to a run. So this game is a good test on whether or not you have input latency. Because I feel like there's a little bit... Like if you try to run out and jump off the edge, see I fell? I'm trying to jump at the last second and it's not working. So there's a bit of input latency. Now usually that's an issue with the emulator, but for the sake of fun, let's I'm going to disconnect this controller and put a wired controller on and see if that happens. Oh, it's this button here. So that controller is disconnected. Let's put a wired controller, see if I still detect that input latency. The music sounds off, does it? Let me put my other headphone in and check. Good thing to notice. I mean, we're at the mercy of the emulator on the summer card, right? I don't know anything about it. I've never run it before, other than to test it to see that before it just loaded a black screen. Now it loads something, so we're at that's progress. Is it great? I don't know. All right, now we got this controller. I'm using a wired OEM controller now. I'm put my other headphone in. I want to hear this. I know this game very, 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 very well. It should be able to detect if the music's off too. Okay. This analog stick does nothing. Oh, it's better. Oh, missed that one then. It's slightly better, but I feel like it's not perfect still. Oh. We'll get him. We'll get him. We'll get him. Let's check. Hey, get back here, you. Let me turn it up, see the music. I don't know, the music. I guess the one sounds a bit weird. The one sound in the music. Oh, that sounded weird. Yeah, the sound is a bit weird. Try Yoshi's Island. Good idea. The music does sound, and the sound's a little weird. Let's try Yoshi's Island. That's a great idea. Is this the right way to do it? Quit and launch it again. Apparently it's not under Y. It's probably under Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Apparently not. Super Mario World. I would expect it to be either that or under Y for Yoshi's Island. Am I blind? Maybe it's not on here because it doesn't run well. Like I said, I didn't load these up. Any other games that are typically hard to run? Because you're right, that one people struggle with. Hey, Apocalyptic Minister, welcome back. We are, I don't remember if it was you. Somebody in the chat last week suggested they wanted to know if Super Nintendo works. And I tried it after the stream, and it does work. Star Fox, yes, where is it? Look, it's not here. Star Fox, you're right. Star Fox is another good choice. And then what's the other game that uses the 3D effects chip? Stunt Racer. Also not here. Look, they didn't put games on here that run poorly, I bet. May I ask you how you got these to work? So here's the thing. I didn't do anything. I installed the firmware update 1.2.4 last week? It was you asking, yeah. And after the stream, I tried it, and it works. Like, it used to be black screen. Yeah. I mean, I can copy the emulator. I have to find I have the ROM somewhere. Oh, yeah, you're right about the sound, you said. The fireworks don't sound right. But listen, it's working, which is great. Oh, what is this? So I push the start button and I get so the start button on the controller brings up that menu. Donkey Kong Country. I don't know if typically they have problems running that one, but we can check. This is one of the early games, so this should work. Oh my god! The shooting sound is off. And there's some graphical glitches there. Yeah, I'm not taking that. Uh-oh. Whoa, look at the glitches going. Okay, let's try Home Country. Not a great emulator. The off sound is going to drive you crazy. I don't know if there's an updated one. So when I got the summer car, when did I get it? I ordered it right around when the Analogue 3D came out. So before Christmas. What was it? November 18th is when it was launched. So I ordered it in November. And at the time, I had the newest firmware for the summer car. So I don't know if they've launched a new one since then. Because I put it on my computer and then when I tried to update it, it was already the highest one. And I updated the real-time clock because it was wrong. That's what I remember doing. That would have been around November, December last year. D for Donkey Kong Country. What's that? Revision 1, Revision 2. Usually the newer revisions are the ones that we played. The off sound would drive you crazy, yeah. For sure the sound is a bit weird. So those green pixels right away. Wow, this one's weird. I think it's crashed. Oh, nope. That was weird. The highlighting was weird. Oh yeah, listen to the sound. Oh, interesting. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, look at that delay. So the update was for the Analogue 3D, the firmware version 1.2.4, the one that came out, is it 2 weeks ago? Am I crazy? When did that come out? Last week or the week before? Music's slow here. So the emulator is not perfect. I don't think this is the best way to play them. I probably would not be playing Super Nintendo like this. Unless there's something here. FPS counter, let's put that on. Okay, it's hitting 60. Sublayer order, frame precision. 5. Put frame skip on. Okay. Put that back the way it was. 1 frame skip. I mean, it's still running 60 frames a second now. But let's see. You can tell it's chopping out, of course. Yeah, it is cool. Yeah, the music's weird. I don't see an option for save state or anything. Now I'll just show you guys the NES. Here did not work. So there was if you weren't on earlier, Apocalyptic Minister, I was using the wireless controller and the input delay was noticeable, quite noticeable on Super Mario World. And then when I put in a wired controller, it's still there very slightly, but it's much better. That game, I like to do input latency tests with Super Mario World because it's notorious for expressing it. Let's try an NES game. So this did not work for me before. Oh, there's not a lot on here, eh? Let's try DuckTales. See if it works. I heard a pop in the audio. Oh, what's this? Hang detected. Is there a reset here? There. Mega Man 2. It's a pretty old game. Yeah, so NES doesn't appear to work. Let's try a Japanese one. That's N64. How about Game Boy Color? I think these ones were working before. Something I recognize. Dragonware 1 and 2. Recognize that one. Yeah, imagine being a kid with one of these, yeah. That is shockingly loud, but you can see it works. That's loud. Regular Game Boy, US. Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle 2, but not number 1. So they don't have everything, eh? Diablo prototype. Make sure I have this one. I'm trying to load games that I own. Trying to. Just thinking. Oh, save state. Is that really loud for you guys too? I want to try, you know what Game Boy game has awful audio? Let's see if it works. Is Paperboy. Pretty sure when I'm on the Analogue Pocket, I can't even stream it. It sounds so weird. Let's try it. Although there have been a lot of updates, so Paperboy. Let's see what's on here. No Paperboy. So anyway, and Game Boy Color works, Super Nintendo works. 60 hertz this is. Super Famicom. Swerve Yoshi's Island's on here. Yep. Ooh, look at all these. Sim Cities. No Super Mario World 2. Now, what if it's adding stuff to my library? I didn't see it adding anything. One thing I want to show you guys is I picked up a new piece of hardware. Not Nintendo 64 related. Picked up one of these guys. This is the Ambernick RGDS. Has anybody heard of that one? There you go. Turn it on. Ashes Heroes. You want me to check and see which Japanese wrestling games are on the SNES 64? Yeah. Yeah, I can put that back in and try it. So this here is it's an Ambernick handheld that is mimicking the shape and style of the Nintendo DS. For example. I just use my will to play all my SNES and NES games. It works good. So I think this is the screens are backwards on this one. Hold on. Oh, I changed the operating system. Yeah, I retained my saves. There's a bug where the text doesn't appear in the box. Right? So here's the problem though. So I bought this thing. There was I mean, I hope you guys don't mind talking about this stuff too. I'm a fan of like emulation, and FPGA is the best kind of emulation. It's like hardware emulation. I only want to show games that I have, so oh, there you go. New Super Mario Brothers. Everybody has that one. Oh, but I'm supposed to turn off. So I'm using so this device came out in November, December last year. But the operating system comes on it is kind of crappy, where there were some issues where the top screen was running at 40 hertz and the bottom screen was running at 60 hertz. And there was like when you were scrolling, it was all delayed, and there was slowdown in Nintendo DS games because it's not a very powerful chip inside. It's like an older, it's the same as like the Miu Mini Plus and stuff. It's like an older chip. But with these handhelds, which is quite frequent and common, is that the community has new operating systems to override the one that comes on it. And so I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers, Retro Game Corps. He does all kinds of videos about handhelds, and he did one and said, hey, they actually made one. Rocknix and is it Gemma? There's two groups that made an operating system that runs on here, and the Nintendo DS games run at full speed. So this one, I forgot I have to change the setting. There was actually a recommended setting for this one, but the Rocknix ones it's still in it's not an official release, so it still has bugs. Game options. I'm supposed to turn off threaded 3D for that game. Okay, so I've done it. So let's run it again. I was thinking, damn, that's a huge DS. So this is almost exact same dimensions as the DSi XL. So it's a larger one, but it's like one beside it, it's like nearly identical. Oh, I have it. I have a save game that's not loading. Interesting. So it's got these analog sticks, which of course the original didn't have. This does not play 3DS games very well at all. It emulates up to PlayStation 1 well, and then anything above that, there's speed issues. And there were speed issues with the DS. But now with these community operating systems, you guys just see a white screen. With the community operating system, there's DS runs practically perfectly, with a few bugs on things here and there. And I died because I'm watching on the camera. Yeah, so I bought this thing. What I was going to mention is like, I ordered it without any games. Like you could add a memory card, like when you load it, similar to like the summer card. It came with some games on it, and I don't like that, but you can do it. And I noticed the price was, I got it on AliExpress from the Ambernick official page on AliExpress. And they were having an anniversary sale. So it was, I think with shipping, I paid 127 Canadian. So I think it's just under, it's like 95 or 96 US for the people who purchase in USD. And then adding the memory card, clicking the button to add the memory card, was adding $43 to the price. And I was like, what do you mean $43? What is that about? And it's just like, one of the crappy no-name brand, like, when you order these things, you get, same with the summer card. It's got some crap card on it. It's probably going to break one day. Normally, you only add $8 or $9 or $10 to the price when you add one of those memory cards. It was adding 43. And that's when I discovered, because I went to Amazon, I was like, well, I'm going to order a card for myself. And I think I talked about this briefly last week, but the reason I was doing that was because I bought this console. And the prices are typically between $17.99 and $21.99 for a 128 gig like SanDisk or Samsung name brand SD card. So around $20 Canadian. You get them on sale a little bit cheaper, sometimes a bit more. But they're like $43 on Amazon Canada. It's like double the price. So now when you go on AliExpress or even the Ambernick's own website, the prices of these consoles are skyrocketing, these handhelds. Usually they're between 100 and 150 to get, the latest one. Unless you get something with a lot of power in it. But just like the typical handhelds. But they're all going up in price. And I think it's going to drastically hurt the, what do we call that? Like this cheap electronics market. Like these things. And like any device that uses storage and storage and RAM, they're just going to start dropping the included storage and RAM because of the cost. Like this thing's got to go up. Like their new console, the RG Vita, Ambernick RG Vita, doesn't play Vita games, but it's like $150 and it's supposed to be like $110. Like everything's going up in price. My friend bought the Retroid Pocket 6, which had like 12 gigs of RAM inside of it. And they've discontinued that model now. You can't even order it because it's too expensive. So they only have the 8 gigabyte model, and the price is higher than what he paid for the 12 gigabyte model of RAM. And that doesn't even include the storage. So I'm hoping that we were living in a golden age of these small, cheap electronics with gigabytes of space and storage and RAM. And now the prices are going up. So I hope companies like Ambernick are okay. Like, they're going to start releasing products that aren't as good as the ones they used to have, and they're going to be the same price or more. So this thing is cool. I spent some time, like I had the newest version of the operating system on. There was a bug. I wasn't sure if it was me, if it was that. So I spent some time flashing different versions onto it. And as it turns out, it is a bug. I reported it, and one of the developers said, "Oh, that's already been reported. We're going to fix it." Like, oh, good thing I spent 3 hours of my time on that. But but it's nice that they're responsive. So that was the Rocknix developer. So they were nice and responsive, and the operating system's good. I haven't spent a lot of time on the console yet, just messing around with things like that. Every time you hear about a new product, the prices are already increased. Look at the PS5 just went up like a couple days ago, right? Like, I don't know. I think you said you're in the US. What was the price increase there? In Canada, it's up. Like, it's ridiculous. They were 600, 650 for like a regular PS5, I think. Let me search right now. What is a PS5 right now? Because now we had that price increase as well. It's asking me about cookies. You stop it. Searching right now. PS5 with the disk drive, because that's what I want. PS5 consoles. So refurbished for $455. Open box PS5 Slim $769. Wow. I'm not looking for refurbished. I'm looking for brand new, guys. Here we go. So digital edition PS5 is $579. Slim $649 with 1 terabyte. Pro $1,099. That is $1,000. That's $1,100 for a PS5 Pro, and I think the was in the 900s before. 900 there, yeah. So if it's 900 there, 1,100 here makes sense. That's like, it's conversion plus a little bit usually. That's usually what it is in Canada. So 1,100, who's buying that? And it was like, what, a few $100 cheaper, $200 cheaper a few days ago. So I would just buy the regular PS5. Still $650. That's not terrible. Sounds about right. That maybe that doesn't include the price increase. Digital PS5 currently on sale for $529. Save $50. So there's a sale there for some reason. But that's not a new console. Like, that's a few years old now. 4 or 5 years old. How old is that? That's weird. I hear they're going to have to announce the Switch 2 price increase. Okay, so we went on a tangent there about handheld consoles. I love those things. I have several of them. While I'm showing them off, I might as well show them off. See, I'm not just FPGA guy. Always looking for like the best way to play these games. So this is it's a Miu Mini Plus. It's one of my favorites because it's so small. The controls feel great. This plays up to PlayStation 1. It's a very similar chip to what's in that dual screen one. It's a slightly lower version, but it's like the same family. That's on this one. This is my officially licensed Neo Geo. What's it called? A Super Pocket. So it's like the Evercade company. It takes Evercade cartridges. I have a Data East in there right now. So I couldn't help myself when I saw there was officially licensed Neo Geo products available right now. That was about 85 Canadian. So again, should be cheaper in the US. Slightly. I mean, with conversion, it's about the same. And this is my oldest one. It's my Anbernic 351P. What I like about this one is the screen on it is not 4x3. It's slightly wider. So this has the perfect dimensions for Game Boy Advance games. The screen resolution. So that makes, but it makes it so that when you play 4x3 games, they could look bad. But the Game Boy Advance looks great. So those were each. So yeah, the Neo Geo one was 85. The 35P was 140, and the Mew Mini Plus I think was 120, something like that. So I'm usually spending, you know, around $100 for these things. But they're the newest one. There's the Neo Geo. The other ones are a couple of years old, but they're all good. But I'm kind of still waiting for one that plays consoles that those ones don't play well. So for example, dual screen, touch screen. This one can play Nintendo DS games, which is awesome. Those ones weren't doing that. Still kind of waiting for one that does PlayStation 2, GameCube. And my buddy bought one, like I said, about that Retro Pocket 6. Apparently it can do it. But now you can't buy it anymore. But even if you could, it's still like $350. It's expensive. Yeah, really liking the dual screen thing. I mean, I'll let you guys know how it goes in the future. Try to get in some of those RPGs. Empty pockets are aggravating. You get excited. Yeah, me too. I have to I have a family too. All my money goes to them. Japanese wrestling games. I don't even remember the name of the wrestling game. Something Power Wrestling. What does it start with? Let's see. It may or may not be here. Here we go. No. Super. Like how that's out of order alphabetically. Virtual Pro Wrestling. Here they are. We have two of them. This is the one everyone talks about, right? Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. I am not good at these games. I picked up No Mercy and I read a bit of a strategy guide, I guess. But that's the same engine, right? These guys made that one as well. No Mercy. It's supposed to be one of the best ones. But I am not very good at it at all. There it is. So my assumption is now they've added a thing here, yeah? Oh yeah, so these used a D-pad. Alright, let's Google Translate here. All right, exhibition. Single match. I won't bet on the belt. Okay, choose my dude. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Should be better now. I don't know what I'm doing. Trying to pick someone who looks cool. That guy's massive. 209 centimeters. I'm about 185 centimeters myself. It's not like this guy's height. 209. We gotta take the big guy against the not big guy. Let's see how it goes. I don't know what I'm doing. So I haven't overclocked this. You were hoping the patch was added. Okay. I believe I added all the translations that are on here. I can check. I think I made the folder translations myself. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did something. So I remember you grapple and then you'd like try to do something to him by holding different things. Uh-oh. Nice. I don't know how to pin people, by the way. Oh, I found the run button. The sound effects are pretty funny, yes. Let's check, okay. I really don't know what I'm doing. Just so very clear. Let's check if there's any translated stuff. I added prototypes. I added translations. I was trying to do SimCity and it ended up, it's this one, the NDD one. This is the one that works well. So I did that. What else is here? High res. I did that one as well. I added the tools. Yeah, it looks like there weren't any. I really want to get the Animal Crossing translation on here and try that. I have the cartridge. I bought, well, it's a reproduction cartridge for Animal Crossing. I own the original as well, but it's all Japanese, the original cartridge. So I want the translated version. So I bought a repro, and the save's working, but the real-time clock doesn't work. And if you know anything about Animal Crossing, especially the original ones, the real-time clock is required. I think it punishes you, like it complains the clock is wrong, and it punishes you by like the fossils don't appear, things like that. So I'm hoping on the summer card it works, but I haven't put the effort into finding the translated patch yet. Instead, I did high resolution GoldenEye instead. I should make a video about how I did that too. So if I go back here, did I now add an entry for the pro wrestling? I probably did. There it is. And now, if you guys remember from the last video, now that this is here, I can change, I can put overclocking on, I can change this display settings. And then later when I go to the summer card and load that game, it actually uses these settings, which is great. And a memory, a virtual memory card for this as well. How many are included? So I don't know their names, so I can't, I mean, I saw 2 of them. If you list off a couple names, I'm not an expert on how many there are. Like which, if there are a particular one, that's the one everyone looks for is Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 or whatever, right? What else are you looking for? It has, so this is Japanese. I don't know how many tell are in here. There's a lot of games in here. There's those 2. And I just forget. Tamagotchi, 64 things. Oh, there's one. Pro Wrestling. It's the 3rd one. I just don't know their names, so I couldn't tell you if they're all included or not. I wanted to try and give that Excitebike some more love. It seems like fun. Cartridge should be right on. And of course, one of my favorites, the Cruisin' USA. Some people on the Facebook group were saying that cartridges aren't detected anymore after the update. And I did have a problem with this one, and there it is again. A problem where I needed to clean it last week. Oh, there you've got, there's some names, okay. It looks like I might have to clean that again. I wonder what's going on. We can check and see if that one's there, sure. Starts with S, yeah. There it is. So let's see. So this one's here. The first one that you wrote is here. Token Road to the Next Generation. I think you're writing the name of this game again. And then Zen Nippon. I don't see Zen Nippon. Let me just grab my cleaning stuff again. So since this one gave me trouble last week, gave me trouble this week, I'm going to clean it a bit more thoroughly with electronic contact cleaner. This is different than the isopropyl alcohol, which is I always try that one first. Isopropyl alcohol first. And then we do this one second when there's trouble. Now, some people, like I said, some people were saying they're having trouble detecting carts after the update. I've done a tremendous number of them. But Excitebike 64 has now given me trouble 2 weeks in a row. Interesting. but I did clean it last week and it worked. Let's see if we get any black stuff here. All right, here's some news. So this is electronic contact cleaner. I bought it at in the car section of Canadian Tire. I don't know what the American equivalent of Canadian Tire is. It's like I guess like a department store. It used to predominantly focus on car stuff, car parts and car accessories, and it still does a lot of that, but they have a lot more regular stuff now. So I think Walmart usually has a section with car stuff. So you go to the automotive section and you find electronic contact cleaner. And then I just put some on the Q-tip. Yes, ROM hacks is like, that's why I bought, actually here, that's literally why I bought it. I wanted to do ROM hacks and translations. I wanted translations predominantly, but like the high res GoldenEye and stuff. Yeah, I'm getting some dirt. Getting some dirt. A little more. Yeah, I wanted to be able to do the ROM hacks and translations as well. Because if you watch my channel, you know I buy a lot of cartridges. I got like 164 cartridges. So I love buying the games, popping them in. But sometimes you want to play, you know, English translation or there's some awesome No Mercy updates, ROM hacks that have like new characters and fix stuff. I'm not getting a lot of dirt, but certainly getting some. Out of here. Yeah, and when I bought it, it was like $65 again from AliExpress. $65 for a summer cart. I think that's closer to 100 now. Same thing, and probably because it comes with a memory card or the price of the parts or something. Boom, so that cleaned it. Turn off anti-aliasing deblur. I think that's just an option like on here, right? And let me go, oh man, we're far away. I'll go remove that other entry later. You guys want this on clean, or you want it on CRT, or what? Have it on unleashed. Oh, that says like the high res mode. Let's see if it's all saved. So I tried this. You can run an HD GoldenEye. Yes, you can. Interesting. I will show you after.
Excitebike 64.
We have to go enable the high res in the options again.
First.
High res on. Okay, I like the normal dude. Let's change the bike to red. I like red bike. Blue. Where did I get it? I have to make a video about it, yeah? So I had the, you've got to get the standard ROM file, and then you can download the high-res hack from the place, from the website of the people who made it, because it's not illegal to have a ROM hack. And then you apply the patch to your ROM, that you've provided yourself, and that's it. Yeah. Another video I should make. I'm forgetting the button. Am I pushing the brake? Oh yeah, there we go. Man, I'm glad I didn't fall from that.
Jim Rivers drops back to second.
Oh no, it's over. Fourth. Gotcha, and I was in first. Right again. I kept getting third last time, so let's try and get first. I tried the character that turns sharper, and I was oversteering like crazy. I get my front wheel hit by him, man. It's over.
Coming into the last lap, Ricky Stark leads the pack.
What happened there? Instead of going to the right there.
Jim Rivers is in third place.
So good at this when you're a kid, now you can't be at a normal. Well, I'm clearly having trouble at normal right now. But I feel like I'm learning more like the Z trigger is the boost, like in original Excitebike. And what else we got? R button is drifting, which I'm not using very well yet. Oh, did something. Okay. Let's try it again. I almost had first that one time, except I ran into that guy.
The riders are lined up at the start gate and ready to go. 3, 2, 1, go!
just drift around that corner. Why didn't you know?
Into lap 2, Nigel York at the lead. Jim Rivers
Oh.
drops back to 5th place. Sarah Hill is in 2nd place. Into the final lap, Nigel York is still in 1st. Jim Rivers moves up to 2nd place. Nigel York!
Oh, again. I think I'm getting better. That reminds me. Do one more run. One more round. Oh, how'd I do? I knocked like 3 seconds off. Was it? I don't remember. I mean, I don't really want to try another track because I'm not practicing that one. So I was able to stay with them.
The riders are lined up at the start line and ready to go. 3, 2, 1, go!
I hold and boost right at the start.
And it's Vicky Business Deal with the whole shot.
Yeah, freaking boost at the start there. It's pretty good.
Vicky Steele is behind the leader. Going to lap 2, Jim Rivers at the lead.
See, the boosting around the corners, holding the R button around the corners is the key here. So I'm keeping my speed around the corners. Much better.
Bobby Malone is behind the leader. Jumping Jim Rivers has set a new lap record.
I thought I was done there.
Bobby Malone is behind the leader.
Oh, I don't want to hit that guy with the front of my bike. As if that guy's fucking... It'd be my downfall as the guy I'm lapping.
Jumping Jim Rivers. That's a new track record. Jumping Jim Rivers takes 1st place.
There we go. So for sure it seems like using the R button to go around the corners is the key to success. Knocked 10 seconds off that time. It was 126 before. How about that? Pretty cool. So that means it's one of those games where practicing and getting good at it has like really positive results. That's really fun. Very cool. Happy with that. Custom tracks. I already looked at the options. Feel like I'm compelled to show the high-res GoldenEye again. Anybody have an opinion on the Hyperkin wired controllers that are coming out? They made them for the Mod Retro M64, but I'm assuming they'll be compatible here as well, since they are compatible with the original N64. Assuming they work here. Anybody interested in getting them? The promo images look really cool, but then when I saw people take pictures of them at was it Game On Expo, whichever one just happened, they kind of looked not great in the lighting. The expo kind of looked cheapy. I'll probably still try one. I'm going to remove this one. Oops. Because that was the one that was created for the incorrect Excitebike. Okay, high res. If I'm not mistaken, I have this set to widescreen. Let's see. Which means it looks fine here. We're just gonna load the original level here, this the original first level. Then I'll get set up with widescreen and everything. Oh, look at that frame rate though. Oh my goodness, you know why? It's not on Unleashed. So let's check it. Wow! Look at this. Ooh. That's okay, we're gonna try it on Unleashed after. It remembers my settings though. Let's see. It remembers solitaire. 16:9 full. Okay, that's all correct. But the settings are not remembered. It's like this I want. Sharp. Sorry, stretch is what we want here. So I stretch it. And you can see on hardware it's not on Unleashed. You guys remember that awful frame rate for a moment. I do have one, a scene here. Yes. That should look right. Okay, so now let's exit the game. The golden eye. I guess it's still this one. Oh, it's on Unleashed here. Some BVM. Okay, so it remembers now. What's it going to do? Let's see if we get this working the way we want. See if it's on Unleashed. It's still on auto. And force progressive is off. How do I? So I'm supposed to just go in and change it over there. What's interesting though is I have the cartridge and not the cartridge. I'm on the wrong thing. Can I go to the menu right now? How do we fix this? I think I'm going to go to it and I'm going to delete the entry completely. I'm going to delete this because I created this with the cartridge. I'm going to delete it. So now it's gone. Then when I run this, it should add it back in. Maybe there was a conflict between adding it when it was already there. Let's see what it does. So, but this may have a different CRC32 value because it's a ROM hack, right? But it's doing something. Maybe I didn't have to delete it. Maybe I just had to just put the settings for the summer card itself. Like, what is it doing right now? It's unclean. Overclock auto progressive output is off. I'm going to do something silly, like put it on PVM. I don't use that for anything. Okay. I just want to see, is this one on PVM now? It is. So it's like it's using this because it was a, because it's a, this should do it then. It's using these settings because it's a ROM hack. Let's see. Look at all the testing we're doing. Isn't that great? I can see the flashing. I think it's working. If I check now, BVM stretch, hardware, unleashed, and progressive output. Okay, so I didn't need to delete that entry in the cartridge list. See the flashing? That's so that flashing is a artifact, side effect of the progressive feature. The progressive output feature. And it does say, they did say in the notes that when you're on some, there's a particular rendering style that they use often in menus, or sometimes in menus. And yeah, look at the frame right now, it's so much better. That flashing happens, but when you're in the game, it doesn't flash. So who cares about the menus? But remember turning back and forth how awful it was? It's still not great, but it's way better than it was. So let's kill some dudes. You can see how nice it looks. And when I zoom in down the hallway, you'll notice. Where'd that guy go? Up the stairs? There he is. Here, I'll show you in a moment. I can't go there. Okay, so here's where you're going to notice it the best. I'm going to zoom in. Watch when you see a person. How's that look for you guys? Does it look okay? There. So normally, when you look down this hallway here, it looks like garbage and you can barely see. Like, look, it's pretty good. You can barely, these guys are just a blur. See the heads in here? You can't see that at all. It's just a couple pixels in the low res version. Oh, I didn't get him. There we go. This guy now. You guys see what I mean? When you look down here, you can see now. Oh. Some more ammo. Two guys in here. So now that this has happened, here's what we're gonna do. If he doesn't hit that alarm, you don't have to do this. We get the new handgun. Some of those dudes are in here. If they came out and got shot, bad luck for them. Did I close it? I was going through. All right. So there it is, guys. High-res hack, ROM hack for GoldenEye. Running with Unleashed mode on the Analogue 3D works great. And you get a flashing screen. Super fun. So now I've deleted my GoldenEye entry for nothing. It's weird I did that slide at the end. Well, I don't know. I feel like I was expecting another update of the operating system if they're doing 2-week sprints, but just check what the release date was. Let's see, 3D support was released on the 28th. Oh yeah, it's only been 1 week. So it's the end of this week if they're hitting 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. All right, folks, I'm going to end the stream here. It was great hanging out. Thanks for showing up and chatting, having fun. And I'm going to keep practicing Excitebike, man. I've got that feeling from it, like Wave Race 64, where you can get really good at it if you keep playing. So I didn't have this one when I was young. I didn't rent it. This particular cartridge, pretty sure I bought it at a pawn shop like 10 years ago for like $4. Even though I didn't have a Nintendo 64 at the time, I went in, they had Pokemon Snap with a damaged label. This one, something else. And I had a few. I just had them for, I don't even know why I bought them, but they were cheap. But yeah, I'm going to give it some more play. It was really fun. It's good to get around that track really fast that one time with the R button. I don't know if they call it drifting, maybe. I have to look that up. It's great. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. And I will see you on Wednesday with Paper Mario. And if not, I'll see you next week. Have a great day.